What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning the movie star, Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew believes that Fury's aggression will play into Usyk's hands. Okay, Tony Bellew's first-hand experience in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk tells him that Tyson Fury just might be facing the first defeat of his 34-fight career. Bellew faced the Ukrainian in what would be the last fight of his career and the last fight of Usyk in the cruiserweight division. He was knocked out in the 8th round, and his opponent moved up a division and won fights and then beat Anthony Joshua back to back. After beating AJ in the rematch, Usyk is now focused on Tyson Fury for the WBC, the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, and the Ring Magazine titles for total undisputed in the first 4-belt era. Okay, so we have to make that known. But this is what Tony Bellew had to say. He said, "I've always thought he was going to be too big, but the way he's changed styles, Tyson Fury is now an aggressive boxer, counterpuncher with power. And I just think that that style and that format that he has now falls more into Oleksandr Usyk's hands. So if anyone's going to beat Fury, I do think it will be Oleksandr Usyk. I just think he's very good at what he does. Usyk's the only one who can Fury miss and pay for 12 rounds. It's just, can he keep him off? That's the big thing. His footwork is unbelievable. I know from firsthand experience. Unfortunately, he's exceptional." Okay. All right. Okay, and that's it. Well, the counterpunching new style of Tyson Fury, though, I think Tyson is a lot more versatile than people give him credit for. Okay. Just being real. I think what I've learned about 2022 about Tyson Fury is that he doesn't just fight every way like he fought Deontay, right? I think he's able to, at times, bounce off his feet, dance, box, move, shift, shuffle. I think he's able to do those things like he did with Dillian Whyte, and he set up that right uppercut perfectly. It was a perfect right uppercut counter, and he lured the slower Dillian Whyte in, and Dillian Whyte ate an uppercut that put him out for the count, okay? Yeah, he got up, but he was wobbly. He was in no condition. He was in the Lee Woods condition, right? He was no condition to fight. You know what I mean? Seeing him do what he did with Derek Chisora, that just showed me that he's able to change his style to a certain degree. Now, is he able to do what he used to do? That's the question, okay? It's not the fact that, oh, well, he can just only counterpunch and punch. No, because we're looking at and we're viewing fights based off different fighters, and I don't think we should do that, okay? I think what we should do and pay attention to is the styles that these guys have for each other, okay? Tyson Fury may be able to bounce, box, move, shuffle, right? He's quick for a big guy. Is he quicker than Usyk? Maybe not. And if he's the same hand speed as Usyk, I don't think he has the legs as Usyk. So say what you will. He may be able to bounce. He may be able to look impressive, damn good against guys like Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, former rivals. Sure. But is he able to do that shit with Oleksandr Usyk? Okay. Because at some point, if one thing isn't working, well, he's going to try something else. We've seen the Cunningham fight. At first, he just wasn't, he couldn't catch up with a guy that's small, that's short. So I understand why Tony Bellew has that to say about him. Like, look, yeah, I think it's going to play into Usyk's hands. I think the bigger Tyson is, the better it will be for him, or the harder it will be for him to do what he normally does to the fighters that don't really move well. Derek Chisora is not a mover. He's a brawler. Dillian Whyte's not a mover. He's a boxer brawler. You know what I mean? He's a brawler with a decent jab. So, you can't compare those guys with the styles that they have to Oleksandr Usyk. Okay. Now, you could also say, though, to be fair, maybe Tony Bellew saying that because that's the guy that ultimately ended his career off of his illustrious, unexpected, surprising wins from David Haye, right? Then comes Usyk and he made all these promises and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. And he was just gratefully humbled by the Ukrainian. But is he telling the truth or is he just on the bandwagon? I'll say this. I wouldn't say he's on the bandwagon of Usyk besides just telling the truth about Usyk simply because he didn't pick Usyk up front. If he would have picked him up front and that was his first choice, then I was like, okay, you're a bandwagon guy because, like Luis Ortiz thinks Wilder will knock out everybody because Wilder knocked him out. That type of situation, that type of mindset, right? But he didn't. He didn't go that route, okay? He went, no, I think Tyson's too big for him, because we know what Tyson can do, and we've seen Tyson shuffle, we've seen him move, we've seen him box, we've seen him groove, bars. We've seen him do a lot of things. So, at the beginning, he picked him. So that's my counterpunch on Tony Bellew. You guys tell me what you think about his hypothesis about maybe Tyson Fury's new form style will play into the hands of Oleksandr Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!